Uh, okay, can you hear me? Is this working at all? This is like legit the first time I've used this mic in a stream outside of Twitch or something, I don't know. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm mostly gonna be fiddling with the mic for a little bit, making sure it's working alright before we do anything. So, sorry if I'm quiet for a little bit. I'm gonna go to read chat. Alright. We should be set. Alright. That's fair. Uh, since we're all set, I suppose I can get this thing going. Alright, so I'm gonna be like doing a little bit of drawing here on this site that I use a lot of the time, known as pixel art. What we're mostly gonna be going into is a little bit of like the stuff that I draw at times, plus a little bit of lore for it too. It's not gonna be anything too heavy, and to be honest, the stream is probably gonna go for about 30 minutes anyways. Maybe more if I feel like it, but yeah. Oh, you used to be a pixel art user? That's cool, nerd. Yeah, I mostly use this on occasion nowadays, either for some Balatro modding or other stuff. But maybe it might like get some use for my lore nowadays. For real? Well, now I gotta know. What is your account name? I'm gonna try to get like pull it up. Slight detour. Look, my stuff is. If you look at, if you want to see my old stuff, it's probably just as bad. We're gonna take a detour for this. Trust it. Don't mind that. And I'm not gonna force you. But while we're on the subject of pixel art stuff, we are gonna look up some of my old works, I guess. Since since I'm feeling nostalgic. Wow. If it even. Oh, it is. I'm surprised it hasn't even been taken down yet. Okay. What you're looking at right now is my first account. Like my first account on this site. From a while ago. In the early days, I wasn't that great at art, but then I started making stuff like this for some reason. Which I believe, which is what you see for the, like, this whole, like, welcome screen here. Yes, yes it is. But, yeah, this, little bit of art here is what I use for, my welcome screen nowadays. Or what I want to use as a welcome screen. Kinda sweet, ain't it? Yeah. I I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, I suppose. It's good, but like, I don't know. I had a lot to improve on, but yeah, these are some of the stuff that I did back then. Don't worry about that. Most of this is from a year ago, really. Though, it still serves a purpose for lore. But anywho, I'm gonna get started on this little drawing thing. So, what I'm probably going to be making today is probably a little bit of a kind of sort of Undertale-esque logo, but for like, well, you probably saw it in the server, Soulforge, right? I want to try to make a little something for that for the time being as a sort of remake. Legit, like just a little. Here's something that I'm gonna restart. And mostly, it holds quite a bit of significance to stuff from the beginning of my art journey back a few years ago, I suppose. Okay, so that's where the sun hero line is. Probably gonna start by outlining something. Starting with white colorings for outline. I talk a little bit fast, I'm sorry. But you know, like what I was talking about in server, right, nerd? Soulforge? It's in the art channel, a little bit of it. See. So, what I'm gonna be doing is kind of sort of make a note of, like, not a note of, a logo, kind of like that, of Undertale or something, but for Soul Forge. Nothing too extreme, something simple, really. Start with a, like a light outline of the whole image I'm trying to make first. Hmm. Kind of looks like a little bit of a bone handle. Huh, a bit of a bone handle. Yeah, wings for the handle. Or the guard, really. And it's gonna be for like a bit of a sword image. Here. Not a complete sword, but a partial sword. And maybe in another layer over on top of it, I might make a sort of a soul or a heart shape. Like somewhere around here or something. Or maybe a shield, I don't know. Already the outline looks pretty good. I don't like that gem here. But I saw this looking a little bit like a bone. So probably gonna make it a bone handle instead. Because maybe it's represented by Soul Forge Sands' work. Because that's a little bit of how he does his magic. Instead of using it for attacking, he uses it to make his blades, you see. I know, right? You fix this. a lot of the stuff here is going to be made using the like a sort of mirror tool, which is why everything looks symmetrical so far. But yeah, this is actually looking really cool. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. So, what I want to do here. Um, somewhat. They're somewhat useful if you want to go for like a, I guess, cleanish drawing. I mean, I occasionally use them for mine if I want to like get even stuff. But after the like latest updates, Pixelart has added so many things like uh, they added this like sort of contour tool which uh, they just added this stuff apparently. I mean, fair, yeah. But I find them occasionally useful. Crap tool. Oh yeah, this is another thing that Pixar added recently. It's like this the perspective tool apparently. I don't use it all that often, to be honest, but nice to have. Anyways, back to this. I just use the mirror stuff to get a basic outline, and then once I have the shape that I'm aiming for, I then start working on my own stuff, really. That's also fair, yeah. What I'm gonna do is erase these portions here. Actually, I need it sharper here. Kind of make it look like it's broken in a sense. Turn you off. This is a basic, like, basic broken sword stuff. Lol. Not going for perfect, but I do want it to look clean. Might erase some parts here. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I I think that looks alright. Might be overdoing it though. And again, that kind of sums up my art style when on here. Possibly overdoing it. If it turns out alright, it turns out alright. Oh, I do. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Possibly. Just possibly. Alright, so. I'm gonna mark this one for the time being and probably make a copy of it later. But next up, we just red. I'm gonna start on a basic heart shape of sorts to like put over here, I guess. I feel that. I have a couple of friends who do that too on here. But with me, I rush in and I make shit up as I go along, really. And if it turns out alright, I'll keep it in. If not, I basically just remove it, really. Okay, 3 pixels. Gotcha. One, two, three. I said 3 pixels, not 2. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just having fun, I guess. Oh. Wait. It is quite nice indeed. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. That... You know what? No. I'll make a smaller one myself. How about that? Okay, then. Flip. Move down. And crack it. Alright. Hmm. Yeah, despite I guess, despite appearances of what he does, Soulforge Sands does try to help more than harm people. He doesn't want to be making these blades, but he will if he have to. It's his job, you know, as an armorer and a blacksmith. Sometimes he makes little engravings into them, like these swords here. Let's see. Gonna do a light. Exactly. You want Soulforge. I need right. This one. What? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna do a light outline here. Alright, take your time. The Moth Queen is patient. Okay. Well, um, I'm not worried about that. I'm just like, if you need to do something, go ahead and do it. I'm all good here, you know? Hmm. Get a little bit of lighter colors. Sure. Ah! Oh my goodness. That is a lot of it. Uh, no, I need a little bit darker here. And then a little bit lighter here. Too bright. Too bright of a... Actually, I might need something like this. Actually, no. I need to take a look at your art. Mm-hmm. Alright. That's a pretty good soul. Well, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing as of late is mostly been experimenting with techniques, really. Even. Hmm. The opacity a little. Then transform, rotate, and place over here. Hmm. Nice. Actually, no, I don't think that. I might keep the shading as is, because, yeah, that is actually pretty peak. Like that. Now, let's lower the opacity as this. and get on with the actual sword, huh? Starting with this bone here, probably. Grayscale. So the bone is gonna be the actual handle of the blade. So I want to make it feel like that. First, what we're going to do is some basic shading stuff. Be able to turn something basic into something crazy like this. Ouch. Ow. Sorry. Flashbang. Basic. I was like that once. I look through my stuff and I'm like, hold on, where the heck did everything go? And then I was like, did I delete it? I hope I didn't. Turns out it was all stored away cleanly on an old profile that somehow didn't get deleted. And honestly, I hope it never does. Unless somebody decides to take my old account name, which, I mean, I probably wouldn't stop them, but like... What do you think of this outline? Hmm? You think it's looking good so far? Uh... It's gonna be a bit scary. There's nothing I can do. Okay. Oh, gods. What the fuck happened here? Oh, okay. Okay. I have a bone. That's actually a pretty detailed spread, actually, up here. Copy paste. That's actually kind of cool. I won't. Don't worry. But seriously, look at the detail. I didn't even mean to do the detail here. I was just bored, honestly. Okay. Okay, I need to, remove this for a second. Okay. Uh, yeah, it does look fire. Hmm. Give me a second. Alright. Might do, well, but... No, this is fine. So that's what you are. That's what you are. Alright. So what we gotta do is this. Just add a tiny detail. Alright. So let's get it back on. So readjust the opacity here. And so, this is what we have so far for the sword here. Now, the wings here are probably going to be a bit difficult to do. I say that because, one, I've never really done, like, detailed wings before, and two, honestly, I just suck at doing them. But, so far, this is actually looking pretty fire. Hmm. I wonder. So, I mean, yeah, that's fair, actually. So this is what we've got so far. The souls and the sword. Oh, in the handle. Question is, do we want to add more to it? I might add more to the handle here. Probably make it a little chiseled. Like, you know what? No, it's gotta be even. There we go. Now that's looking good. Got a little bit of a handle, like, chiseled into the bone here. Hmm. Now for the wings. No, I'm not dead. Yet. Yeah, take a look at this handle here. It sure is. Right now, I'm re-outlining the guard with whatever I want it to be for the color for the outside shading. And then I'm gonna turn off that and focus on it for a little while. Oh yeah. Hmm. I probably won't go in with that color. This is gonna take a while. Because partially know very little of what I'm doing, and whatever I don't know that I'm doing is probably going to go pretty crazy for a few minutes. Because at the present, it's pretty much the equivalent of just kit bashing colors together and making it work. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, that isn't. That actually isn't that terrible. That actually doesn't look that terrible. Holy shit. What do you think I said? I said that isn't that terrible, because I was just kit bashing stuff together and making it look somewhat decent. Really? Yeah, actually, it is. Oh my god, I think that just made it even better. I just need to smooth this out, but like, holy crow. It looks like actual wings. Hmm, that lines up pretty well. Hmm, I think I'm kind of proud of that one. Hmm. Now for the actual blade. Thank you, Hemlock. It's going all right. I'm just here making a little bit of a logo for the little story that I've got set up so a little bit about in the server. It's Soul Forge. I decided to try to go for a little bit of a broken sword kind of look here. Oh, I gotcha, I gotcha. Well, welcome in, Dakota. Yeah, I just do this on occasion. Let's see. I'm gonna lower the opacity of this just a little bit. I'm gonna... Alright, I'll be sure to. Okay. So symmetry goes up to about there. And then, let's say about here. This is going to be the main sword. So, I have an idea. So, since I'm trying to go for a broken sword look, and technically speaking, these souls are engraved on the sword. What if I make it so that the sword is kind of outlined like so? Like, it's not going to be like the full sword filled out. But it is probably going to look a little something like this. I don't know. What are we thinking? I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Yeah. I might fix that hard. Reparo! So yeah, I'm probably not gonna be making the sword filled out. Instead, I'm gonna just have it be like this whole outline of sorts, and then add the details as I go along. Let's add some color. Okay. Maybe some detail here. Just chisel up a bit. Hold on a minute. I made a mistake. I don't know. I actually kind of don't. It's a funny story. Like, if it look, if I think it's going to look good for the like drawing and stuff, then yes, I absolutely love doing like detailed stuff. Take these take these for example, stuff that I've been doing while making my own Balatro mod. Like, what do you mean? Hmm. Are you talking about the story or the art or? Ah, I gotcha. It really, who knows? I could be like an immortal deity or something. You never really know. But yeah, back in the day, I used to be heavily invested in details and stuff. Yeah, I used to be heavily involved in details. But nowadays, I try to avoid it if I'm able to. But it doesn't hurt to get something made. Yeah, here's some of my more recent works, though. You probably saw one of them. Probably the same reason why I don't really interact with pixel art nowadays. It got too difficult for my mind to keep up. And in pixel art's case, fucking drama. It's why I don't really post here often anymore, except when I'm feeling like it. Some people get, because I kept putting a lot of details into things, I started getting popular, and with the popular stuff comes the drama. And then with the drama comes a broken mind. And I can't work on a broken mind. Oh, it does. Trust me, it does. It exists a lot more than you think. Really started happening around 2020, from what I've heard. I wasn't too invested in drama, but once it started happening to me, I just decided, yeah, yeah, that's my time to go. Touche. I started using pixel art during I don't know how touchy that is a subject on YouTube actually. Um, but yeah, that's right about where I started using pixel art. All right. So let me erase this a little bit here. I don't like it. Yeah, quite a time, ain't it? So what do we think here? Yeah. All right. So now for the next step. First, gonna lock all of these layers because I don't want to bother with them while I am working on this next part. Next up, we're going to probably a good idea actually, yeah. Gonna like this. God, Hmm. That's fair, yeah. Alright. Now, what I'm gonna do is on another tab, get a Undertale font set up. Okay. Now, let's see here. Gonna turn these layers off for a second. So I can work on this. Actually, keep the... Wait. Okay. That's... That's better. So what I'm gonna do... Using this as a sort of size base, I'm gonna basically recreate the Undertale title font. And then use that to make Soulforge. Like, the title for this whole AU thingy. While also making sure not to have it the same color as this. Okay. I'll probably use this for something then. As a template here. I like this thing. It's something that they added recently. References so that you can make your stuff easier. Yeah. Yeah, they're amazing help. It's... There we go. For real though. It's like, without reference images, how am I going to make my art? that's kind of how it went when I was making my custom Gaster Blaster for my character back in the day. Okay, we have Soul, roughly. Okay, I think we got it now. Now for that's the way of it. Get that F out of here. Hmm. That does not look right at all. There we go. I think. Caution not. Hmm. My worst enemy are. I do not like this, like, letter in the Undertale font. It is such a pain to recreate. It does not mean I cannot do it. It just means that it is annoying too. This is probably the best I've got right for it. So fuck. Hmm? What's up? Huh. E. Okay, that's just bad. Uh oh. Turn on the layers again. Okay, yeah, that's actually a bit hard to see. Maybe with a simple outline. It's gonna be made completely harder because I forgot these things are outlines are annoying. What were you humming? I was humming World Revolving. That's fair enough. Huh, that's a neat, that's a cool fact. I think we're almost done. Just a few more lines. Hmm. All right. Now, what I can do is add a little bit more detail to the letters here. Some light shading. But this is what we have from Soulforge. Oh shit, I forgot to turn on the phone. Here we go. Indeed. Grayscale. Why not? Hmm. To think that this was basically just a complete scrapped idea from a very long time ago. Round about a year or so after Undertale was released, I think. Kind of insane, don't you think? And the fact that I'm basically bringing it back into a full-fledged thing. Bring on the fucking nostalgia. Yeah, it's like, I have had so many ideas since that day. Since the time that I basically decided to sit down and use my imagination for a little bit. And then just make something that would eventually lead up to probably one of my biggest stories ever, really. Eternity and all. A world of multiversal proportions. Something so like big that it basically just stopped being an Undertale AU after a while. Because that was pretty much my second ever AU idea. Hmm. Maybe for my second stream on here, I might actually talk to people, like talk about that whole story thingy. Probably while playing Minecraft. Who knows? Alright. That's actually kind of funny, yeah. Alright. So, I'm pretty much just about done here. Just tidying up the details on the lettering here. On the font. After this, I might just like cut it for tonight, for today, and probably prepare for tomorrow if I'm able to. Let's see, what do you look like if I did that? Hold on. Holy shit. Oh, I think I might have cooked here. It is hot and it is burning. I'm I'm tired, okay? My brain doesn't function right. I know what you mean, don't worry. Anyways. Look at this. Now that is a pretty cool font there. I might have. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to give this level of detail for weeks. This turned out amazing. Actually, I always like off-centering the word, like the words involved. Let me get it off the sword here. Holy shit. That's my button. How long have I been recording? An hour? Okay. Okay. Now I think we've hit peak. What do you say? I'll probably make some more stuff related to it sometime soon. Well, right now, I think, I think we're set. So that's probably going to do it for the time being. Hell yeah. It's probably gonna do for the time being. Maybe I'll crack open another stream later tonight, and we can probably play some. I'll probably play a little bit of modded Minecraft, and just ramble about some of the characters in SoulForge once I remember where I found them, or where I made them. You know it? Well, that's all. see you in a few hours, I guess. Good night. Not night. God damn it.